This show is sponsored by Singles Sealed Memorabilia. Find them on Instagram at Singles Sealed Memorabilia and on eBay at Singles and Sealed. Turning their collecting hobby and passion into a shop dream, bringing a variation of wrestling cards to collectors all around the world. They make their own mystery bundles and bring unusual cards to the graded scene. They have 100% positive eBay customer feedback with over 3,000 sales. We do thank Single Sealed Memorabilia for the continued support of the Squared Circle Relics podcast.
And now, presenting from across the pond, it's the Squared Circle Relics podcast.
Hello everybody and welcome to episode 40 of the Squared Circle Relics podcast. I'm here, I would say as always, but we're quite intermittent these days, with Chris and Jamie. Lads, how you doing? Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Merry New Year.
Merry New Year. Merry New Year. I love Trading Places, man. It's one of my favourites. I love it.
I've seen that film.
Well done, you. Well done, you.
Love me.
Jamie Lee Curtis's tits. Lovely. That's how we'll start the show off. Why not? So what have you been doing? Did you have a nice Christmas?
Yeah, I did, mate. Did you guys?
Yeah. I mean, like, it was nice to obviously spend time with family and friends and stuff like that, but I got ill again. So Mrs. had a cold before Christmas, gave it to me just before Christmas. So it's all coming out of me now, actually. So if I lose my voice by the end of the episode, I do apologise.
But say you do sound a little bit
croaky, yeah.
Yeah, very.
I can hear it in your voice.
Croaky. I'm okay though. Like, it's just another film reference. Like, it was on today actually. Like Ghostbusters 2, The River of Ooze. That's how I feel right now. Not in a good way. Jamie, have you seen Ghostbusters 2?
I've seen Ghostbusters 1 and Ghostbusters 2. But I was Ghostbusters was on telly yesterday, and I would have thought they would have put 2 on because that's set at Christmas, isn't it? But they only put the first one on.
Second was on today.
Oh, it was on today, was it?
Today.
Yeah,
So,
nice.
They were nice.
Yeah, I do like a bit of Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters. So, I mean, did anyone get anything nice? Did you give anything nice, or did you receive anything nice?
Any card related?
Well,
stuff?
no wrestling card related stuff from me. Did anyone get a hobby or a blaster?
I bought some wrestling cards, but I wasn't gifted any. So
yeah, the only cards I was gifted were Pokemon cards, which I loved. I've got the Chris will probably know what it is. It's the recent one actually. It's the Charizard.
The Charizard
box,
pack.
Basically. Yeah,
with the stand.
It's a really weird stand.
Oh yeah, it's a beaut. I have not actually seen the stand. I know it's in.
It's
there,
cool. It's like
yeah.
it's one touch with a stand, basically.
I've been kicking the tires on that. we had
But I'm happy, because I pulled a full art Koraidon. Koraidon's like one of my favourite Pokemon, and I've been wanting to get that card. So it saves me 20 quid odd to get that card. So happy days, really.
Happy days, yeah.
Other than that,
I got a Prism Blaster, and I got from the missus, and from my mum, I got it's like a photo. It's like a picture frame, but with 4 slots for cards.
Oh, nice!
It's done by like GBI, who do like all the posters and stuff like that. So it's quite a nice little picture.
What are you putting in there then? What's your plan for it?
Oh, I haven't decided on that yet.
That's a tough
choice. I need
to
sort my room out and get it on the wall. But yeah, it will be a tough
4
corners
corners
for me,
of filth.
Sure.
Got to be. Surely. Why not?
No.
put all these Nook cards in there.
That'd be good. So what? So have we been watching anything other than the darts?
Mate, I've been really watching the darts massively the last couple of days. I think darts seems to be a lot more popular this year than it has previous years as well. It's on the news. I think because that young lad's doing it, Littler. I think that's probably got a lot more eyes on it, hasn't it, I guess.
I would say he's little Littler, but he looks like he's 32 when he's 16. It's really weird.
He's a big boy.
Jeez.
He's got. I think Sam said it best. He said he's got a better beard than I have.
I've got to say, I couldn't grow a beard like that when I was bloody 16.
I mean? But just funny. I felt like he's great, and I like to watch him, and he's a very entertaining lad. But when he's quite a big lad anyway, isn't he? And then he's like, I'm celebrating with a kebab tonight. I'm like, you're not really a role model. 16, are you?
I'm not sure that any darts players are necessarily role models, though, are they?
True.
It's kind of their shtick, isn't it?
Yeah.
The thing is, like, back in the day, you kind of expected it because, when they're a lot of darts tournaments. Sorry, my nose is going to be interrupting my speech tonight. With darts tournaments, a lot of the guys are quite heavily set gentlemen, and that's generally because all the games are in pubs. What do you do in pubs? Yeah. You have a bit of a beer. No darts players going in there going, ooh, what am I going to have? Ooh, maybe a lit Perrier water. Maybe. No, they're going to be beer.
But question on terms of this: so when they're at the Oki or whatever, and the other one's throwing the darts, the other one's always drinking something from like a flask. It's got to be beer in that
water.
flask, right?
It's water.
It was what it used to be.
It used to be beer.
No, don't crush my dreams. I like to think that
a lot of them used to just like douse their like nerves and stuff like that by just having a drink by the side of them. Back in the day, they used to play snooker while having a fag, didn't they? So like
having a fag,
it's just times are changing, but they're still big boys who play darts, aren't they? They're all quite big, but to have a 16-year-old who's quite a chunky monkey, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I don't know, whatever.
But he was talking today. I think they were saying that being in the third round, he's already made 35 grand getting this far, so he's done all right for himself so far.
He's fine, man. I can see him going quite far. If he wins it, it'd be a miracle. But it's great, those kind of stories in sport, any kind of sport, and I do class darts as a sport. Those in any kind of sport are just fantastic, So miracles, basically. So no, good on him. I'm looking forward to the rest of the tournament. I don't think I've been watching much else.
Yeah, no,
to be
it's good. No, I think we're getting close to like the big rounds now as well, aren't we? You kind of got the chaff skimmed off, and it starts getting taken up to New Year, doesn't it?
Watching the chaff fall though is quite entertaining. It's just when the chaff goes against the chaff, and it's a shit match, and you're just like, oh god, why? But I always find in darts, they always play better if both of them are playing well. If one's playing well and one's playing shit, then it's a chore. If both are playing shit, it's like watching paint dry. So, it's entertaining. It is entertaining. Any wrestling throughout? No? Chris, come on. Bit of wrestling? No?
I can lie if you want. I haven't had a chance to do anything. I've just been work home. And then anything that I have watched, I've watched a bit of darts, and I've been watching Christmas films, either Christmas films or darts at this time of year.
Yeah, no, I've we've been watching lots of movies most evenings. We've been kind of watching stuff, but I mean, I haven't really watched much. I haven't even watched Dynamite at all this week. I saw the clips of CM Punk's house show match. MSG, I kind of watched that, but that was a very house show type match. It wasn't anything to write home about. Very safe, let's put it that way.
I did watch last week's Dynamite with the whole like, "Oh, I'm coming to get you" kind of thing from the Joker, Devil, whatever you want to call him. I take it. I don't know anything about Dynamite this week. I take it they still haven't said who the Joker / Devil is currently.
I assume not. No, I've not seen anything online today. But
the only thing I've seen is that his masked men won the Ring of Honor tag titles.
Okay, fair enough.
I think
it's all going to culminate this weekend, I guess.
You should have fucking watched the before now anyway. So it's your fault, not ours.
But no, pay-per-view this weekend, isn't it? So it's busy couple of weeks for wrestling. Early beginning part of the year with Wrestle Kingdom and World's End and all that. And I think has WWE got day one? I don't know if that's still a thing or not, but they used to do that New Year's Day, didn't they?
I think it is on, isn't it? I can't remember if it is on, but I think it might be on. I'm not 100% sure, to be honest. I'm not going to lie. But anyway, next we'll do a better roundup on wrestling, what we've been watching probably next time round.
Once things simmer down a bit.
Let's go over New Year. Stop eating so much, and the darts wraps up.
I will just say, day one, the last one was in 2022.
No.
So no, I think that's
it. Fair enough.
Before I move on, though, slight mention. I mean, the reason I saw it. Sorry, my voice. The reason I saw it was because I went to see Godzilla, the new Godzilla film, the other day. The Japanese one, not the rubbish one that's with King Kong, that's coming out next year. That's such a before I move on from that, it's such a ridiculous matchup, isn't it? You got Godzilla, who's like a walking nuclear power station, and then you've got Monkey. me Monkey. Great. Great matchup. Monkey versus nuclear power station. Yes, well done. Anyway, so I saw the Japanese one, -1. It was very good, but the trailer was for Iron Claw, and it was in an IMAX as well. So I saw it in very big and bold, and it looked very good. It looked very
It's got great ratings, isn't it?
Well, yeah, it looks very. So I know Trav has seen it, and he said it's very sad. And spoilers, if anyone was wondering about MJF in it, he's in it for about 10 to 15 seconds.
20 seconds, isn't he?
Blink and you miss him. Sorry, MJF fans. But yeah, I think it'll be a good watch, to be honest. So looking forward to it.
Spoiler alert: the Von Erichs don't have a good outcome.
No, if you don't know wrestling, yeah, they're kind of known for the curse of their family. I didn't like the fact, and I do know this, that they left out one of the brothers and the subsequent death of one of the brothers. It's Chris Von Erich. He's one of the youngest, I believe. But I think they shouldn't leave, if they're going to do a narrative, don't leave out one of the brothers, which adds to the mythos of the curse and everything like that. So that was a bit of a weird one. But no, I'm looking forward to watching it, lads. I think I'm definitely going to find some time to go to the cinema and watch that one, for sure.
When's it out over here? Is it like February, or is it sooner than that?
I mean, it's out in the States already, so it'll be out in the next week or so. Yeah, we don't have long lead times anymore with American films. To be honest, a lot of the time we normally get it first before America does.
Yeah.
So I remember there was a big when the first Avengers film came out. Was it 2012? I want to say 2012.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ! It's going to be 10 years ago, isn't it? Bloody hell!
But we got that about 2 weeks before America did, and America was not happy. So it does happen. Does happen. Anyway, let's move on. Let's talk some news, and we're blending in some AEW 2023 review. So blend it in. So, I mean, we'll talk about it's light news today, really, because we didn't know how long we wanted to do the show today, because it's kind of like an intermediate period before, it's just something light for you guys to take away with. I say that we're probably going to be over 2 hours fucking long, so I do apologise. So Panini Don Russ Elite, still no due date on that. TBD on Steel City. I don't actually see it for sale on Dave and Adams. I always call it Dave Adams. Dave and Adams. But
Dave Adam.
I think it's coming soon. But I was expecting it by the end of the month, but I still don't know 100% when it's actually coming out. Any ideas, anyone? Anyone heard anything?
I haven't seen anything further yet. No, not yet.
Okay.
No, but the only thing that makes me think it might be a little bit longer is the fact that only within the last month we've seen people signing still.
Even less than that, I think, to some degree as well. Like, even this week we're seeing new names signed, haven't we? So
you say that, but that's Redemption City, Like, that doesn't stop them from churning out if they haven't got.
No, of course, yeah.
So,
true.
Talking about stuff we've seen, Al Snow of all people could have been anyone else, but no, Al Snow put a picture on about him signing his Impeccable cards, which I believe are going to be 2023, because that was scheduled to come out last month, I believe.
It was end of November, wasn't it?
Something like that. So, I mean, sadly, they're doing an AEW releasing product in the wrong year. However, no, it looks good, and it looks very akin to the last time they did Impeccable, to be honest. So, it's
we had a funny story in the group chat, because we were talking about this Al Snow and said, oh, that's really cool. I can't remember if it was Logan or someone or Wes said, oh, it'd be cool if we had a head autograph at some point. And then within half hour, Al Snow posts that he's doing inscriptions on a lucky couple of cards as well with head on there. So it's just really funny the timing of it, really, you know?
That's cool, man. It is cool. It's going to be good.
Yeah, I think he did Job Squad as well.
Job Squad was the other one, yeah. So he's put a couple of Easter eggs in there, which is quite cool.
So the Leaf Metal Legends Wrestling, there's still no 100% due date on that either, is there?
No, as of yet, there's still no date on it. I know lots of places are offering pre-order now, aren't they? But there's no date on it.
$99.95 pre-order. I still can't believe the price of that product. It's ridiculous, but never mind. AEW side, so we'll go into 2023 in a sec, but we do have Metal coming out next year, and we do have which are on for pre-orders. And we do have AEW 2024 coming out, the flagship coming out next year as well. So we definitely know we're getting those sets next year. I believe they're up for pre-order as well. However, no dates on them. But I think Metal is scheduled to come out at the first part of this coming year. So
yeah, I feel like February.
It should have originally been, yeah.
Unless I see an actual date,
pigs might fly.
I don't believe it, really. So we'll see. But that's all cool.
Did that EPAC Metal for this year go up yet at all, or are we still waiting for it to land?
We are still waiting for it to land on...
Yeah, I thought we were. I didn't see anything come up or anyone do anything.
They announced that it's coming soon. Also coming soon, which I forgot to mention earlier on, if we're talking about coming soon, I know this is a massive tangent, but I think we have to mention it. Gladiators UK.
Yes.
Coming soon. So, for those who don't know English gladiators, obviously there's American gladiators, but it used to be on a TV show called ITV many, many years ago, and then it moved over to Sky One for a couple of series many years later, and that's where Nick Aldis comes from. And then many, many years after that again, it's now moving over to BBC One, and BBC One is obviously famous for the likes of Doctor Who and stuff like that. So, we're getting that soon, and the new Gladiators look hench as fuck. So we might
they're on some supplements, aren't they?
So we might actually be getting more wrestlers from our Gladiators soon. You never know.
Yeah.
Never know.
Never know.
Okay, we'll go through AEW. So 2023. So before I go into how I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna go through the order of play with it, like what you get in the box, and what I'm gonna do is match it up. So I bought a personal the other day, so
nice.
I can match up what I got to what is expected. So I think that will be a good like for like of how to go through that. So before I go on, I mean, without going into specifics of the sets and the inserts and the autographs, what did you think of it, Chris and Jamie? I'll go to Chris first. Did you like?
Yeah, likey. I think the base cards being a little bit better helps it. There are some negatives, but I don't want to go straight negatives. But no, I would say overall I like it. Definitely going to try and pick up a box soon. But yeah. Jamie?
Yeah, you know what? I think this feels like a change of style from the last couple of years' flagship. I think there was a lot of things where we said that 2022 was very similar to 2021 with a few tweaks and stuff and different borders. But there was a lot of reused stencils where this feels like a totally fresh set. So, yeah, I like it as well.
Do you see what I mean by it felt like the people from the EPAC team doing the designs had kind of taken over it somewhat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could definitely tell someone else has done this.
The complexity's still there, though. You know,
there's still a lot to chase in it as well. Yeah,
I would almost say too much.
I think that's what people are saying, isn't it?
So in the hobby box configuration, let's just go through. We won't touch the blaster really today, but we'll go through the hobby box configuration. So you get 8 cards per pack, 24 packs per box, 12 boxes per case. So it's a hell of a lot of packs you're getting as part of the hobby. Standard flagship behavior, right? A lot of packs for a flagship product. So in the hobby box, on average, you would get 1 autograph / memorabilia or tech card. So the tech cards are, there's numerous different styles of tech cards, and we'll go through them later on, I think. The autographs and the memorabilia are pretty straightforward. So the memorabilia ones are a little bit of shirts, I think unnumbered, which is gold, and you get numbered, which I think were out of 50, or I think out of 50. I'm going to say out of 50. But you did actually get on the shirt, you did actually get some kind of design this year, which is nice. I haven't seen any. It's a smaller piece of memorabilia, but I don't think any shirts without a bit of something on it. So that's good.
No, I've seen canvas relics as well, like the matte relic. But again, it is a smaller square, isn't it? You're kind of getting this sort of weird shaped square. But yeah, there's definitely not as much variety around the types of relics that we've seen with sort of the high product. It's sort of kind of that base relics again, isn't it? Really, you know, these sort of bread and butter relics.
Check, but I thought the canvas is part of the blaster, mate.
Okay,
so
fair enough.
The matte relics are part of the blaster, so 1 out of 42. So in the hobby, you only get the shirts.
The shirts.
So
okay.
Yes. So, but I think they're a good upgrade. I like the fact that they're a little on there. They're not. They don't follow the standards that we used to. Really, I don't think because they're little makes it a problem. The autographs, I think, are okay. What do you guys think of the autographs? I mean, there is one autograph set that they've done, which we'll talk about in a second. But let's just talk about the base autographs first. Do you like what you've seen so far?
Yeah, I mean,
I'm about to say the only one I've seen is
really?
Dave's one. I haven't seen any others, so I can't comment on it.
Jamie, seen any you like?
I haven't seen anything. To be honest, I'm not actually seeing the full checklist. I assume they're doing the full thing like they have previous years. Everyone's got an auto, or is it more selective this time around?
So pretty much all of the base have got an auto.
Okay.
Yeah, and the tag teams as well. I'm not sure we in the family do have the autographs, but I suppose that they do. I haven't checked that actually.
They'd be quite a cool one to get an autograph of.
I definitely have seen the tag team ones, and they look okay. I mean, the design of the sets, but obviously getting the autographs are pretty much exactly the same. To be honest.
I mean, they look very similar to the base, don't they? The autos themselves, and they look like quite nice in that sort of white boxing. In fact, it looks like sort of faded box looks quite nice as well, really. So, I mean, it does look tighter than just having like a plain box there, you know? So
you don't get the all in the family. So you get the tag and you get the base and you get the crew. So, yeah, I mean, the odds on them are quite... they're all different, aren't they? So you got D, C, A, B and A. I'm trying to find an A, actually. I'm trying to find an A and see how far the odds are on the A. Oh, fucking hell, that's a big one. So Dax and Cash, tag team, are 1 in 170,842.
Fuck.
So
Wow.
I mean, we've had big odds before in AEW, but I think that's unbelievable.
Yeah. So I think that's about a 1 in somewhere between 10 and 15 cases.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's pretty high. Jesus. Oh, well.
These the pyro ones are pretty cool. The ones to 25, they're nice.
Yeah, pyro ones are really cool. So you got pyro, dynamite, golds like before.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool.
I mean, anything with a fall effect on it, I'm a sucker for anyway. I love kind of fall effect things. Yeah, I mean, it's quite nice to have like different levels and different designs on the autos instead of just having your plain border. Which again, like you said earlier, it just seems someone else is doing them. If that makes sense, like it just looks different, doesn't it? It's really cool.
So you have like the really good ones to get, right? There's I don't know, championship autographs with John Moxley and MJF. I haven't seen them, and I don't know what the odds are. It just says hobby only, but I don't know what the odds are getting them.
Okay.
I don't know if they're like achievements or something like that, but I have seen Ringmaster autographs.
Yeah, same.
So they have got like a vertical. It's still a sticker, but the stickers are put vertical on them instead of horizontal, right? So, but they're very nice, and I think they're very nice looking cards as well.
Really tough to pull, aren't they?
1 in
really
4,250. So very, very difficult to pull.
I'll tell you something that is interesting as well. I've noticed they've put buybacks in this set again this year as well, but they're numbered out to 10, I think, this time around instead of 15. They're still using that bloody horrible pen still, aren't they?
They are.
Yeah, no, they're not like verified on the back or guaranteed on the back.
Yeah, they haven't used they've just used the normal card. They haven't used the...
That's exactly.
Yeah, so anyone can basically copy it, which I don't like at all. I think that's really bad of them, to be honest.
I mean, that pen didn't get a very good rep last year, having that blue pen on there, but I've seen them crop up again this year. But yeah, it's interesting that they're putting them in, like I said, without any certification. They're just sort of shoving them in there. But yeah, I don't know what the ratio on them is going to be.
Okay. So I'll move on. So you get 5 base pyro cards. So they've always had, from Series 1, 2, and now 3, they've always had the pyro cards in there. No dynamite cards this year that are unnumbered, so it's just the pyro cards. I did believe I got 5 pyro cards. The only 2 I really remember that I like, I got the acclaimed tag team pyro card, and the one I was after, Jay White. So happy days.
Nice.
When he pulled that, I was like, yes!
The perfect box.
Yes. Oh, it was by far the perfect box.
Wow.
We'll get down to that. But I like them. You know, I've always liked the pyros. It's just a shame that they're not worth any money, to be honest. I have like pyros on ComC from Series 1. They go for pennies. It's just crazy. 1 base AEW Rampage parallel. So basically, the best way to describe this is it's a full design, but it looks like rain going sideways down a card. Is that a fair assumption? Fair similarity of it? It goes like that. It's very much, I think, the Jamie parallel of Jamie will be getting one of these, one set of these. I think they're 1 in 24 packs, so they're 1 per box. Sadly, I got the Aubrey Edwards of this card. Ref.
I mean, considering they're 1 per box, though, the price on eBay on these haven't been too bad.
Yeah,
I mean, you can get them sort of between $10 and $20, so they're not the most expensive one to try and go after. But I think you're right. Once they're on ComC, I think these are going to come down in price massively.
But it's the same as like the blue wave that we got for Prism. Like they were about $1 per box, and they're really cheap, and they shouldn't be really.
Yeah,
I forgot to say.
No, because
I forgot to say. Well, I skipped the point on the autograph. I didn't really want to talk about it, so I got to add to the misery of picking up the Aubrey Edwards. My autograph was a Justin Roberts, unnumbered.
Welcome to the Justin Roberts autograph
yes,
club.
I did.
I
did message Trav afterwards and say I'm in your club as well. So sadly it happened, but it's a nice
the
card.
Dapper Yapper.
It's a nice shiny card that it's on as well, but it is nice.
Well, to be fair, my one that I pulled from Series 2 was one of the buybacks, so it was to 15. So
ironically,
it's a little bit better than your
Trav pulled
one,
it on Series 1. So he's the Series 1, you 2, and I'm 3.
That's 1, 2, 3.
Brilliant.
There you go.
So you do get 2 insert cards here with the parallels for the base. So look, 2 numbered parallels, base or insert. I'll talk a bit more about the base in a second because I don't think there's any more talk about base later on in this checklist. We've already said that we like the base and it looks like it's a redesign, but there are a couple of parallels in the base that I didn't pull, but one I did, but there's a couple I didn't pull, but doesn't really say it in this configuration. So the 2 numbered cards I got was a Dax exclusive out of 100. I've never actually pulled an exclusive. I've bought many of them, but I've never pulled one. So that was nice. And I got is it Purple Pyro? I want to say Purple Pyro out of 149. And that was Austin Gunn.
You got Hook, didn't you?
Gunn.
Oh, Austin.
Yeah, it was Austin.
Oh, okay. Didn't you get a Hook as well? Something Hook.
Talk more about that later on. Because that's...
Okay.
Cool. Okay.
No, that's an insert. But that wasn't numbered.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
No, I do remember your purple one.
I mean, the purple ones are really nice and they really pop. Like the image on them, the purple round it just looks really nice. It's nice.
And he's part of the Gun Club. He's part of the Bang Bang
Guns Up
team, so I do need to get that sorted out, right? So, the Bang Bang team. The Bang Bang team. Weirdly, the list I'm looking at, so there is a hobby parallel clear cut out. It's 1 out of every 72, so 1 out of every 3 boxes. I did get the clear cut. I did get this is so Justin Roberts so far, Aubrey Edwards, and to top the fucking thing off, Mark Sterling clear cut. Oh, you know how much I love Mark Sterling. I'm looking on the positive side. It's winter time, and it's going to make a great little tool for me to scrape my car with when it gets really frosty. That's what I'm looking forward to right there.
I thought it was funny that someone in the chat was like, "Oh, top load that Mark Sterling card," and I was thinking, "Yeah, Dave, I really wanted to top load that one." You won't give a shit. He'd prefer his base Jay White card.
I was like, "Yeah, please give me a base Jay White card. I don't want, you know what I mean." So
you said around like the parallel that I will go after. I think I'm going to try and get a whole set of these clear cuts. Oh, nice. I think this is going to be my long challenge for 2023.
That's a very long challenge for the clear cuts.
So,
It is. I mean, it's going to be a long slog, but
it's a cool one.
Yeah, I mean, I know acetates aren't everyone's sort of flavour, but I mean, as a base set that's an acetate, like it's quite a unique thing to have as a set, you know. Even like the inserts, like all in the family and stuff, will have acetates, don't they?
There's a lot of fucking acetates in this set for inserts wise, and I do think the clear cuts are probably one of the better ones. Because they're not, they haven't been built around a design for the acetate. They're just the the picture on the card, but it's a clear background. But I think it really pops and it looks really nice.
Yeah. No, so yeah, I'm going to try and go after these. Again, they're a bit more expensive at the minute. Some people are cheaper than others, but yeah, I think I'm going to go after as many of these as I can. So yeah, long-term challenge there for me, laid out for everyone for next year.
So other stuff within the base that I didn't get, but it's worth mentioning. I mean, I did get golds, so they are doing golds again, and I think that is mentioned somewhere up the list. I think you get like 17 golds or something, but not just base, but with other stuff as well. I think, but
17.
So they do dynamite out of 249 parallel, so it's just a dynamite card that's numbered. Exclusives I've mentioned. They do high gloss again, which is out of 10, and the black parallels out of 1 of 1, and that's for the base. So it's nothing too dissimilar. The blasters are a bit different. They have like an insert called a diamond plate, which is 1 in every 7 pack, so it's basically 1 per box ish. And they do a green pyro, which is out of 349. So you do get extra stuff with the blasters this year, which I think is really cool. But the one thing about the base, the extended base, is that they do image variations. They do image variations, but it's not included on the config of what to expect. I think they're out of. I'm not looking at them, but I think they're out of 480. Yeah, there you go. They're out of 480. I think there's about 20 of them, just by looking at them. But definitely look on all of your base cards. If you buy a box,
I was about to say, what does it say? Because it doesn't say
photo variation.
Does it?
Yes,
like
photo variation on the back of the card. It's like there's a little box, basically, and it definitely says photo variation. So make sure if you're doing breaks, make sure that the breaker is aware that he needs to check the base, because these cards are going for quite a bit of money, some of them. So you
keep an eye on them.
And if you open up a hobby, make sure you're checking all your base. So there's not a lot of them on eBay, which makes me think that not a lot of people are checking their base cards. So please do. Okay, let's go back to what's expected. So you get 4 UD canvas cards. There's 100 of them this year. No short prints outside of, obviously they do like a black and white.
The black and white. Is that the short print?
It's a parallel. White, So okay. I think it's out of 72 or something. I need to find them on the chat list. I didn't pull one.
Such a weird number.
Yeah, something like that. I didn't pull any black and white. I think they're right. I'm not like,
I'd prefer the SPs than
the black are out 72. Fucking hell, I'm like the Rain Man of AEW cards at the minute. They're out 72. I haven't actually even seen the Jay White one yet. I need to.
Is there a Tony Storm in the canvas? I assume there is.
Yes, I think so.
So you need a black and white Tony Storm in my life, I think.
The problem is, it is not. It's the old Tony Storm.
That.
It's not the.
It's not in that new sort of gear and everything.
I think. Because I've got one of her cards where she's wearing the women's belt, but it's her first reign.
Oh, okay. So it's like ex-WWE Tony Storm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I think when she goes to what she is now, I think the black and white card would have been absolutely fantastic, and that would have been a real good chase card. Yeah. I don't think I've seen many positive remarks about the canvas cards this year. It's funny though, every break I've been to always like looks at them like they're special and top loads them, and they're like, oh, they're special canvas cards, and I'm like, mate, that's probably worth $1 or $2 if that, but they all think that they're worth like about $100 each. It's just ridiculous.
You think originally as well, like how hard to come by they were in like the first couple of releases, and then again on once.com see they go down to nothing. You know, it's really strange how they're perceived when they first come out.
People know, so
yeah.
So I'm not going to go through all the ratios on the playing cards. So there's 4 double or nothing playing cards, which are the white ones, and there's 1 which is the gold parallel. Obviously, the higher you get up the suit, the more rare they are to find. So I did get 4. I got 4 canvas cards and I got 4 double or nothing cards. Brilliant. I've been in breaks as well. I've got quite a few coming to me now, so lovely. Will I get a deck? Probably not, but I do have a story about the gold double or nothing playing card, which I'll go into. So this encroaches into my purchases. So I did buy the Orange Cassidy Joker off of ATP Bay last week. I thought it'd be too good an opportunity to let go, because that card, to pull that card, so you get 1 double or nothing gold parallel, but the Jokers, which are Danhausen and Orange Cassidy, they're listed of 1 in 1,080 packs. So they're quite rare to hit, to be honest. So when I did my personal, I actually got that through the post before I did my personal. When I did the Percy, I then pulled my gold card was an Orange Cassidy Joker gold.
Nice, well done, dude.
I now have 2. I probably will keep them and see what happens with them money wise. They're going for quite less money now on American eBay, like 20, 25, 30 bucks. I bought it for a lot higher than that on ATP Bay, which I kind of regret now. But ultimately, we'll just have to see what happens with it. Will I get the Danhausen? Probably. I see someone actually on.
I think if you have to, if you're going to try and get both of them, you want to have the set of those 2, surely.
Yeah, but if I then do that, there's someone actually selling one on the CFP side, I believe. But if I do that, do I then go for the full set of gold? Because I've got a few of them now as well. So I'm like, the thing is, I'm not. All of those cards are going to. All of those cards will probably be between, the majority of them will be between $10 and $15 to get off eBay.
Yeah.
So it's quite a big investment to make when I'm not 100% sure if I want to do it yet. So potentially.
Didn't a full set sell like this week?
Of golds, I'm not sure.
I think it did
500,
500-ish.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, they had a bad price, really, considering. I've seen quite a few, like the base whites on American eBay as well. There's quite a few of those up now, but
Yeah, base.
they're cool. They're a cool concept, though, aren't they? Yeah. They're a really cool concept.
Yeah.
Something new as well that we've not seen before.
Well, I like the fact it's throwback to back in the day. You know, with I like the fact that they've done it, and I like the imagery on it as well.
Well, is the feel of the card is like a playing card, right? Yeah, I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, they're just basically an insert, which is a playing card, which fantastic. The thing is, everyone was looking forward to them, and I don't think it's been a letdown at all. I think it's been the chase to get, to be honest, within the set, other than some of the acetates, which we'll go through in a sec. Okay. 4 Bobby Dazzlers. Bobby Dazzler. So you get blue or green. So blue are pretty much just like base inserts, and the green is more of the chase. I don't think you get many in. I think there's something like out of 1 in 72. I think you kind of get like 4 a case. So you get like 1 in every 3 boxes. So they're quite difficult to get. I didn't get one. But yeah, look out for the greens. I think they are orange in the blasters. So something to look out for. 1 stare down, which is a a zoomed in acetate. They liked a zoomed in of your face, didn't they? They bloody love it. They bloody love it at Upper Deck. I got the Malachi Black of that. So that's cool. Or you get an AEW Alliances card, which I think they're like 1 in 72 as well. I think you only get like one in 3 boxes of the AEW Alliances card. So the Alliances card there's 2 people on the card. Alliances, they're not necessarily a tag team, but they're aligned with each other. So you'd get like Cesaro and Yuta on a card. Not necessarily a tag team, but in the same kind of faction. So, and they're acetate and they look quite good as well. I believe they're quite sought after, to be honest. So, quite nice. And then 3 additional cards, which are Mic Check, All Elite Women, and Excalibur Picks. So for my Mic Check, I got Nyla Rose. My All Elite Women was Tony Storm. It's a very nice card. And the Excalibur Picks is the one you were talking about, Chris, before. That was the Hook.
Right.
So out of,
very Mike's balls, isn't it?
Very Mike's balls.
Very Mike's balls.
Mike's balls, yeah.
Mic Check is basically them in front of a wall, spray painting a wall. And then the All Elite Women card, I just think it's fantastic, to be honest. I think it's really nice.
Yeah.
And the numbered parallels of that, of the 199, which is more of an electric blue colour, I think is lovely, to be honest. Really nice. But there's so many other inserts as well, which we haven't really covered. There are so many inserts. None of which
do you know my favourite insert? I love the World Tour lenticulars.
Yes.
I'm a sucker for anything motion or 3D. I love these.
So they are. I was going to take you through some of those with they're kind of like the upper end ones. Like, you know, when you were going to get either a autograph or a mem. The World Tour ones are they're lenticular, and they're like the tech cards, right? I think they're called. I have got one, actually. I got one on a break. I've got the Cesaro one, the Claudio Castagnelli, whatever you call.
Nice.
The problem is they don't really go for much money. They're like $25, $30, if that, at the minute.
Yeah.
Which I think is insane, to be honest. But hey. Well, let's start on the base. The inserts, which are not... They're not very hard to find and get. I'm trying to find it. It's like All Elite. We Are All Elite.
Yeah, that one seems one of the ones you seem to get more.
You get like gold versions and silver versions of it, and it's just basically. I think it's a good image.
There's loads of colours of them as well, isn't there? Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of different parallels of them, but they it's just basically them in front of a black brick wall with a tiny bit of colour around them, and
there's some cool images, but it's bit
the design of the card.
It's very similar to what was the main features, isn't it?
Well, that's this year's version of that main features, I guess, isn't it? Yeah.
Well, I thought the Dazzlers was the main, supposed to be the main features.
Yeah, I don't know which one it is.
Because they've used black, it kind of feels like it's like a throwback to Series 1. Because Series 1 was obviously very, very black. And, Series 2 was quite grey. And... I don't really know what colour to make of this, to be honest. Multicolour. I don't know.
I think, Chris, you were saying about the Dazzlers, I think they kind of have more a ratio to like the roads to success and stuff like that. And like maybe the top ropes, they seem to be a bit more that sort of ratio, I guess. But that other one, there is a hell of a lot of cards in all of these inserts, aren't there? Really, like 20, 30, 50.
Well,
Jesus.
But you do have smaller ones like Stepping Inside the Ring and Total Access. But I don't see the point of them. I really don't. They're like, they just feel like filler inserts. And I know that you have to have filler inserts, but they really do feel like if they weren't there, I wouldn't miss them. So,
no,
just is what it is. Some of the big boy ones that you were talking about to go with your world tour, Jamie. So you had intimidating introductions, which was lenticular again. So I think it was just like at the top of the ramp that I saw, and then different as you move the card, you get different versions of them walking down the ramp or just standing at the ramp looking menacing or whatever. Fearsome finishes. I haven't really seen too much of those, to be honest.
That's another lenticular again, though, isn't it?
Yeah. Breakout, which is an acetate, which is like half the card. It's just weird. You've got the Young Bucks set as well, and that's quite hard to get.
Young Bucks
so
one, yeah.
There's 5 of those, and they're out of 1 out of 960 packs. Which I love the cards.
I haven't seen any of these either, actually.
Well, I love the cards. I think they're really nice.
Cool.
It's just they've got like a design, like a logo for the Young Bucks, and it just doesn't feel very Young Bucky.
But are they not an insert in NHL?
I don't know. You're talking to the wrong person to talk
I think
about
they're
NHL.
yeah, sorry. So I think they're insert they do in hockey, so they've just used it for the Young Bucks for this. That might explain your thing about the writing.
And the one I've just left it to the end is the all elite women set. That's the set that if I'm going to get one, it would probably be that set. I'm looking at this. Is the all elite women set out of 480? No.
What, numbered?
Yeah, it can't be. What am I looking at here? I haven't got that right, surely.
It's out of 480 packs. That's the ratio.
Yeah, but that's ridiculous. Am I looking at the wrong thing?
I don't think so. All elite women, that's right.
1 in 20. No?
I thought you get like 1 in a pack, don't you? Is that the wrong one? I'm looking this up now.
1 in a hobby box.
Yeah, but that's 480 is not a hobby box. Let me have a look. Upper Deck. Am I looking at the wrong thing?
From
All elite women.
Well, I'm on Cardboard Connection. That's how I tend to have a look. But
I'm on Beckett.
Oh, you're on Beckett.
We're all on something different.
What does it say for the odds for it? It can't be out of
AEW All Elite Women Checklist. 20 cards. 1 in 20 hobby. 1 in 20 e-pack. 1 in 7.5 blaster. 1 in every 40 Pack Wars packs.
Okay.
There's a silver foil to 199.
And the only other one, and I kind of almost forgot about it, but I don't know why. This is like the most negative part of it for me. Is the 1 out of 2,040 packs, and that's Day with the Belt. It just looks like a base card with a little sign at the bottom of the card that says Day with the Belt.
Oh.
It's really bizarre. Like, that's the chase. I haven't seen it pulled.
I've not seen it pulled.
I haven't either.
So, I don't know. I think that's a good kind of like overview of it, but I do think it's. The thing is, it's difficult for me to say because I've got the chase of Jay White in it, right? So I've got something finally that I'm actually looking at here going, there's actually something I really want to get in here. And I'm not getting it for the sake of getting something just for a bit of a laugh. So, and there are obviously like the women's sets, stuff like that. There's some sets that I really like the design of. And I think that's, especially for the flagship, that's a bit of a change to the last couple of years, to be honest. So I'm all positives about this, guys. I think it's great.
I think it's a really fun rip. I think if you've got a bit of spare money, you want to buy a box, I don't think you're going to be disappointed with this as an enjoyable rip. I mean, I think I'd be quite happy sort of seeing what I got. You know, even some of the inserts and stuff, like they're rare enough to make it seem worthwhile.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's pretty good.
Cool, man. Cool. All right, let's move on.
I mean, out of 10, what do you guys think out of 10? What's your rating so far?
I hate doing out of 10, man. Just because it's just so. And to be honest, we should do out of 5.
7.
But I hate rating sets because it's just there's some really good bits and there's some really bad bits of the set. I can only really say that I've really enjoyed it so far. Is it the thing is like because the sets are so different as well. This is so different to Allure. It's very different to Metal, and I think
and other flagships as well.
Yeah, but if you look at the sets that they had out last year, if you were to get bits and pieces out of them and made one set that would really, really good, that would be like 5 or a 10, whatever you want to call it, right? But because they've got these, a lot of it is very complex, and there feels like a lot of filler, especially within the inserts. It just brings, and also we've seen obviously a lot of issues with Upper Deck with regarding the quality control and stuff like that. I haven't seen anything on this set.
Oh, say have we seen anything from this?
Swap round the names on the card
again.
Yeah,
man, they need to learn which Jackson is which,
mistakes, man. But I think I give them all, like, if I was to give them a score out of 5, I'd give this a 4. I'd give Allure a 4. I'd give Metal a 4. I can't give them a 3, and I can't give them a 5. I'd give them a 4. They're right.
I think this is definitely a big step up from 2022, but I have got this kind of funny feeling that I do wonder if some of these other sets should have been included in Allure or Metal. And because they didn't want to delay that further, they've just put them all on this 2023. I just feel like it's a massive, massive insert list that maybe it shouldn't have all been on this. Yeah. I wonder if it's got delayed for whatever reason and it should have been elsewhere.
Well, cut your pack count down. You don't have to have 24 fucking packs, do you? You can just have like 16 packs. Then you wouldn't have had to put so many inserts in.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. But I think they're all great. I know a lot of people see Allure this year or last year as being like the best release we've had recently. I can't argue with them really, but I just think they're all good. I don't think they're all.
Yeah.
Ironically, I don't think they're elite. That's the worst dad joke I've ever done. Sorry. Sorry, but I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you same thoughts or?
Yeah,
pretty much. Yeah, I think if you had the choice of Metal, Allure, or this, I'd probably choose the other two first. But then if I had the option of Flagship from any year, I would choose this one. So
the problem is, I choose this over Metal because Metal wouldn't be fuck all without the gems.
Yeah, but that's why I would choose it over this.
But you're trying to get one card like out. You know what I mean? Like if you don't get it,
but it's precious and green.
Yeah, that's true. But not edge though. But not yet anyway. Not yet.
Not yet.
But the problem is, Jamie, I think your mic's fucked, by the way. I heard a crackling.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Crackling.
Oh, sorry.
It's all right. We do this on air now. We don't care. The viewers, the listeners love it. They love it. Still pretty fucked, man.
Sorry, is it back now?
Yeah. Stop trying to tongue your mic, man. I know it's nice. But yeah, I mean, I didn't think Metal was all that. Other than I'd like the retro cards and the the gems obviously are the gems. But you take those out of that set, I don't think it was a great set at all. I don't think it was. I think what the gems brought to it was a sense of the chase, which is needed with Upper Deck. I thought Allure was solid. I think this is solid. And they're supposed to be lower end products as well. It's Flagship and Allure, right? Allure is not a high end product, and neither is Flagship. But I think they've probably been the best two for me. They're definitely better. I'd say they're definitely better than the last Flagships. They're definitely better than Spectrum.
Gotcha.
Yeah, massively.
Spectrum was a real letdown, I thought.
Especially when it's supposed to be like the high-end product of AEW. It just didn't feel like it, you know.
High-end enough at all.
A lot of people say, you know, it's really underrated and it's really nice set. I struggle with it, I really do. But it is what it is. Okay, let's move on. Let's go to Jamie's Corner. My corner.
The crackly corner.
Yeah, crackly corner. Jamie's crackly bottom.
Too much bubble and squeak going on. I guess there's not much really in the corner to run through, really. Just a quick plug, a reminder that the run-in has been running for the last few weeks now. So this is our Wrestling Card Alliance little get-together. So first couple of episodes have been up and been received really well. Episode 3 went up this past week, so if you haven't watched it yet, do go and check it out. And then we'll be running episode 4 this coming Sunday. So yeah, all going well. Got 2 more episodes to wrap up and finish off series 1. But you guys, have you had
spoilers? We're recording one tonight after we do the show.
We are.
So if Graham turns up,
somebody pops up.
Yeah, if a Canadian comes into the show,
pops in.
It's only because he's waiting for us, basically. So we are recording tonight. It's our last show recording that we're doing, you know, on-screen recording. So for series 1, so yeah, it's a wrap for us. Well, it's a wrap for me and Chris tonight.
It's an SCR special.
It's the SCR special. So I pulled all of these out of the hat, and the SCR came up as being one of the shows, right? So really cool though. But Jamie, you're helping out with the recording of episode 6.
Yeah,
right?
so I'm timekeeper for the final episode, which is a bit weird that it's still the American guys together. So we've got an all Brit one and an all US one, so they're the final 2
US
they've got
Canada,
to do.
Right? So.
And Canada,
ATP and OTP.
North America.
So but it's been received really well, and obviously, you know, we weren't on the other recordings, only the ones that we've been involved with. It's been quite nice to watch these back, the ones that you weren't involved with. So so if you want to go on YouTube, search for the Run-In and Wrestling Card Alliance, or if you go to our Facebook group, we always put the link up in there, or reach out to one of us and we'll link you up. But yeah, growing nicely on there really well. Subscribers are building each day, so yeah, all good. Looking forward to watching the later episodes as they go along, really. Anything else going on in the corner? Not much, really. I kind of wanted to try and get back onto what we did originally, like the red waves and orange flashes. They've just gone on the back burner, but I am wondering if I want to start that again next year. So we'll see what happens with them. But no, other than that, pretty quiet in the corner. I don't think there's much more to report on my side of things.
I do have a question. Hand up question. I did ask you to design a T-shirt. Any further?
No, I didn't. I can do it though. Please. I did one. Can you explain why, or do you not explain why?
Oh no! I asked you to create a Gordo T-shirt for SCR. It's just for a bit of shits and giggles, really. Because he's always saying, we've always had that bit of banter between me and Gordo, you piece of shit, hate you. So we've always had that banter between us. And I said to him, "Oh, fuck it, I'm gonna design. I'm gonna ask Jamie to design him a T-shirt for the show, and then I'm just gonna wear the T-shirt while we record for a laugh. That's it."
I'll get it sorted. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll send it over to you and we can get it done for you. No worries.
It's just a basic design, but yeah, Gordo, you're going to get your own t-shirt. You're still a prick, but you're going to get a t-shirt. It's the funny things we do in life. Chris, go on.
Hello.
What's happening with your
in the Nook?
In my Nook. Let's go over to my Nook. So first, before we talk about the cards, let's just have a quick mention of something that's just finished up, the Advent. So we were doing Advent in the on the Facebook group. I've got to ask Jamie.
Oh mate, I fell off the wagon. Fucking hell! I got to day 13 and just fell off the wagon. I've still got the packs here.
Opened,
no, they're still here. I've still got one relic and packs to do.
Open. Go on. Open a pack now. On live.
Open the relic.
I don't want to move my mic.
Oh.
I'll do it. Post. I'll put it on our Facebook group. But I've got like 20 packs and the relics to do. I don't know what it was this year, but I just didn't get around to doing them every day, and then by the time I realised it was too late. So you guys appreciate it's when you've got busy days, kids and everything else, and still manage to do it. So kudos to you guys for keeping it up. Yeah, because I really struggled.
I was struggling in the last few days. I was just like, let's get this done, but I still enjoyed it. Dave every day basically was my viewer.
I was your anchor every day, day to drive you on.
But thank you. You were, a lot of fun. Me and Chalky did all right on our pulls. Obviously, I've gone through what I pulled pretty much. I think the only thing after the last episode that I pulled that was cool. From the Slam Chrome was an orange Undertaker to 25. That was nice.
Nice.
I did actually end up, I already had it, but still cool. And then the last day, Christmas Day, very cool. I'd had a couple of beers by the time I'd done this, so I was a little bit but pulled from a Topps Chrome 2020 Fat Pack, AJ Styles to 199 auto on card.
It's a very nice auto as well.
Fucking made up. I even say in the video, like, I literally have never pulled anything good from a Fat Pack. I think the only thing I've ever pulled is a Alistair Black green to like 5,000 or something. It was very high numbered. It was like 399 or something like that. Yeah, bullshit. And then Chalky the next day, he's doing Fat Packs throughout January, as you do. And he pulled a Carmella rookie auto. So I thought that was pretty cool out of a Fat Pack. I do want to say massive thanks to Adam, Anwar and Brian Lyons, because they went live every day or uploaded silent videos every day. But I always liked Brian's one when he was putting like the little sunglasses on.
Yeah, it was really clever.
Doing little proper things. Video editing cool, is silent video editing. It was very good.
And some of them worked so well, like the MJF with the glasses on looked amazing.
Adam Anwar's commentary was always good fun as well, like pronouncing the names incorrectly and doing it with spin. Great work.
Amazing. He's a really funny guy. So yeah. Cool. So let's actually move over to the Nook now. So update week. So I won last time. I chose stipulations. I've actually found this way harder than I thought. I don't know about you guys. How are you guys getting on with it? I've got a little story.
Mine's in post. Mine's on its way over from OTP. Yes, I kind of knew kind of straight away what I was going to go for. It was a nice raw deal. Not really. No, I kind of knew what I was going to go for. So that mine's en route. So I'm waiting for that to arrive. So I'm okay.
Good work.
So mine has been purchased. I had to do it via Trav. So I had to do it via Trav, and it comes. Sorry, I got John Thurmond texting me. I just turned off the.
I just checked my phone.
That's random. Yeah, say yeah.
It's yours.
He just messaged me. I don't know what he's messaged me about. I'm not going to be rude and take a look. So I just turned off the sound. So Trav very kindly. I knew what I wanted after about 20 minutes of looking, but I knew very quickly I couldn't find it in the UK. So I asked Trav to get it for us. He needed to send some bits and pieces over for us anyway. So I believe that's supposed to come today. I'm not sure if it has come today, but as soon as it's come, when it comes to him, he knows that he'll get it out as quickly as possible. So hopefully, if all going well, it should be on time. But it all depends. It all depends on the post, guys. So we'll see.
Yeah, and it depends because I bought a card and it's turned up, but I don't know.
Are you having second thoughts on it, are you?
Do better, yeah. I'm really having big second thoughts. At first, I was like, this is a great idea. And now I'm like, wait, is this a great idea in your head? And then not. Do you know what I mean? That again.
So
So, yeah, I might try and find something else.
So I'm. I don't know. I'm not saying I'm going to win. Like, with the cards that I've done, other than the John Cena, I thought the John Cena with the flag would have done a lot better than we had a tit with a dog, and then that well, I thought that was a great card, and I thought that would do really well, and it didn't. But I've kind of known when I do well and when I wouldn't do well. Like the tag team card, I knew I wouldn't do well because it just wasn't. It wasn't like a showstopper. But I believe what I've got this time round is very good. I'm not going to big it up any more than that, but I do think it's a very good one.
This has made me feel even worse about the card.
Well, I'm very confident with mine. So
go for it.
There you go.
I think the tough thing is now, though, that we know what people vote for in the group. We kind of know people's tastes, and that I think helps a bit there as well.
Mine is a bit more outside the box than normal, but
okay.
Yeah, I definitely when I found it, I was like, oof. Oh, I don't know. I can find anything better than this. So we'll see.
Good luck,
but
boys.
You've got time, Chris. You've got time to redirect if needs be.
I don't know. I might just stick with it, and if it tanks, it tanks. Do you know what I mean? It can't do any worse than your boys last time. So
it's only if you lose, it's just 1 week. We're going to be doing this to the end of the fucking
one of them,
time anyway,
Until we run out of options. Yeah, cool. Right, well that's it from my
Jay, we'll play my music. Can I have the Godzilla March theme tune this week for my music, please?
If you want to.
That would be great. So before I get into Liberator of the Week, and we have done a Liberator of the Week, before I get into that, just a massive thank you for the President's Gakpo Christmas cards. Never thought I'd say that coming out of my mouth. So 6 went out. We did have a 1-of-1 winner, which was Sam, top tier. Well done, Sam. I still didn't know that was coming to you, and I was very surprised when you posted it, so well done you. We made a bit of money for charity, and that's been sent off to the Salvation Army. So in total, we sent them £120, but I also paid for the transaction costs as well, so I think it was like £123 and 10p. So thank you very much. It means the world, obviously, to us. So yeah, really cool. So the reason it was that money is because a couple of people paid a bit extra over the £15. So thank you very much. And I also donated as well. But well done, guys. Thank you so much. So next year...
Yeah, great stuff. Well done, Lloydy.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, it's you guys that raised the money, so thank you so much. I'm just glad that I recovered well enough from COVID to get it done, to be honest. So very happy about that. Next year, Chris, Jamie, have to decide which one of you are going to do a Christmas thing next year. We'll spread the love.
Yeah.
Charity, mate.
Charity, mate.
So have a think. You've
Charity,
got a whole
mate.
year for one of you to think about an idea. So whoever comes up with an idea, let's go with that one.
Sounds good.
So the Liberator of the Week, I did it on Christmas Eve. It actually got more love than I thought it would do, because I thought a lot of people would be last minute buying presents, wrapping presents, stuffing their turkeys and stuff like that. But got quite a few submissions, which is great. So the topic of the week was giants. I didn't know how this would go, but I got a good spread. So I'll go through some of the... So Wes Clark came up with the score of... it's like I think it was an English thing that they did a couple of years ago with Big Daddy. That would have been quite nice. They're like little cigarette cards, aren't they?
Cool.
So that would have been quite cool. Tommy from Chronicles Batista this year showing off his massive package. Scott Crouch had the Great Khali, as there's a Matt Relic on that as well. Chris had Giant Gonzalez.
Hello.
With Harvey Whippleman
for,
as perspective. I didn't...
perspective, yeah.
You also did another perspective one of the 2012 poster for Money in the Bank with...
Yes.
With Swoggle in it, with...
Big Show and
Big Show.
Swogs.
Very good. I like it. Perspective. Big Show and Sheamus. That was also Chris from... is it Best of WWE? Which year is it? 2013. Okay. In the Barroom Brawl match. That was very good. Brian Lyons did a few which I really liked, with the Andre the Giant. So the 1985 Titan Sports Rock and Wrestling Andre the Giant. I think that was really cool. I like that a lot. Also a very cheap Mez Silver as well, which I regret not buying, actually.
It was really cheap, wasn't it? It was like 20...
It's 25 bucks with shipping. So, that's
yeah.
really good. That's really good. Gordo came in for a few. Giant Gonzalez. He did one, and I don't know if he's taking the piss. And that was top dollar, because he used to play for the Giants. He must know I'm a Jets fan.
As a Jets fan. Yeah, I was thinking.
Fuck
Yeah,
you,
he's got to
Gordo.
choose that one.
I like the Giant... Kamala, Giant Kamala BBM card from 2000. I think that was really cool. Giant Baba as well, like that. Like a Giant Baba. Graham Reed came in with Sable in a swimsuit for Giant something or other. Okay, I think... Sam Tier came in with Immaculate Nikki ASH Giant shirt relic, which was... Actually, I do need that, but...
that one's been online for sale for ages as well. Absolutely.
Trav came in with the Cora Jade custom slab of more... Bap bap. He calls them bep beps. It's bap bap. Bap bap. So that was nice. But the winner... I mean, first of all, Jamie, there's nothing from you.
But
What?
you know what? I want.
You've been like missing in action for a while. At the minute.
I have. I've been really busy. Been really busy this Christmas week. I was going to put up an Akabono and Big Show card, but I couldn't find an image of them both together.
No, it's just a Big Show, isn't it? There's a Big
Yeah,
Show.
and obviously was like $2, and I thought that gets nowhere near the $40 limit. I could have done better.
Yeah.
But by the time I then thought of something better, it was like already gone 11, and and I was like, oh, it's too late now.
Okay.
But yeah, but that's when because I mentioned about I didn't realize Rikishi meant sumo in Japanese.
Yeah.
I was kind of like looking. I was like, oh man. But, yeah, there you go. But no, I don't think I could have beaten what was there. But that was the only thing that came to mind when it came to Giants that was also obscure.
Yeah. So the winner was Brian Lyons again, three-time winner now. And it was a shock because I didn't even know about this card, and it's a giant card
Same.
of the Big Show from 2017 Road to WrestleMania. it's a topper, right? It has to be. It's out of 10, but it's a big show, basically. A big show. So it's a proper card. You know, they've got a proper trading card back on it and everything. So it's a proper big card. Love it.
So I'd never seen these cards before, but I went onto the seller and I've actually picked up a few more of these because I've never seen these before, and now I've gone down a fucking rabbit hole to try and get a base set of them. Because like you said, they're an actual card, aren't they?
A big show.
An actual card, yeah. So,
an actual card. I'd totally new on me. Really blown away by it. So thanks to Brian for opening that can of worms.
So cheap as well, though. We're going for ridiculous. Out of 10's going. I think we got the big show one for $3.50.
Well, that same guy actually had some of my War Games Tops Nows on there as well. So I've made a few purchases through this guy this week. So that'll more to talk later.
And I believe he also picked up, very nice of him, he's picked up the Dolph Ziggler one version of it for me as well. So thank you, Brian. I do appreciate, much love. So yeah, all good. So basically he's picked up the card. I'll reimburse him the money. He'll send it over and I'll pay for everything basically and ship him over the card. When I can. So he only has 2 more cards left to get until he wins the jackpot, basically. And there is, I think, 8 left. There's 8 or 9 left. I can count them. I've got them in front of me. Just so everyone knows how many... you've really got to step up your game, guys, Jamie, especially. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. With one less, there's only 8 cards left.
Would I have been so close, though, with my Big Show card?
It didn't exist. So, I don't know. I mean, that card, that big card, just because we hadn't seen it before.
No,
and being out of 10 as well, it's ridiculous for the price it was as well. I'm not expecting that much for the price it is, but they also come top loaded as well. Surely the fucking top loader costs more than that cut. It's just it baffles me, it really does. But to say, well done, Brian. Keep going your 2 away. You're ahead of the pack now. You've broken because Gordo was on 2, so you've broken away from him now. So, but it's still a lot to play for. Obviously, one of those 2 are in pole position to actually win it all if they do. So, yeah, exciting. Ooh.
Happy days.
Yeah. So that's it from the President's Hole / Liberator of the Week. I don't know when I'm going to do the next Liberator of the Week, but we'll see. There's no rush.
Before we move over to purchases, I just want to go back to my corner really quickly. I forgot to say thank you to everyone for their Christmas messages. Mm-hmm. We had some really cool messages this year. So I just wanted to say thanks to everyone on that again, really. That was all.
Cool, man. Yeah, no, amazing. To everyone who submitted their thank yous and best wishes and everything like that. You didn't have to, but we do appreciate that you did. Yeah, great. I'm very much looking forward to seeing if our link to New Japan works with us again.
The New Japan family.
I will.
Yeah.
I'll discuss something with you off air. Okay. Let's just put it that way.
Okay.
We'll discuss off air.
Okay. All right. Cool. We'll see. Should we just take a little quick break to go into the thank yous to our other sponsor?
Sounds good. This show has been sponsored by SM Cards UK on Instagram. Thank you to Scott for supporting and sponsoring this Squared Circle Relics podcast. If you want to make a deal on wrestling cards, reach out to him directly and follow him wherever you can. Again, that is SM Cards UK. We thank Scott for supporting the Squared Circle Relics podcast. Okay, let's go into our purchases of the week. I think I'm listed to going first this week on the list, so yeah, I'll go. I to be honest, other than a Percy, I've done numerous breaks.
haven't really done much in them other than getting a few. I think the biggest card that I hit was obviously that World Tour Cesaro AEW card in the AEW breaks. I did a number draft, which was, first year select lucky envelope draft. And I got a Haaland concourse from select 2022, 1 of 8. So it's not the end of the world, but what the fuck's happened to Haaland in AEW? Was it Parker Boudreaux? He's just gone.
The new Brock Lesnar.
The new Brock Lesnar. It's weird, like, what happens in AEW, isn't it? I mean, they just they show up, they wrestle for, I don't know, 6 months a year, and then just
3
fucking
weeks,
go. Like, Miro's the same.
Sean Spears has gone today and all, hasn't he? He's just announced he's gone.
Has he announced he's gone, has he?
Really?
Oh, that's a shame.
About an hour ago, just before we come on air, he said he's announced he's gone. He said for his family he's leaving, but wait and see what that really means.
He's having another second kid, isn't
Off
he?
to Australia, because...
Maybe they're moving to Australia.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. With Flaming Goliath. Oh, no.
Hello to our one Australian listener.
Yeah, one Australian listener.
G'day, mate.
What's your favourite colour, blue? Did you come here to die? No, I come yesterday. God, there's so many of them. So anyway, other than that, I picked up a first year Prism Danny Luna teal to 49 because she signed with Impact. And it's kind of a colour match for her. Other than that, nothing really, I think. I did shout out to our sponsor, Single Sealed Memorabilia. So Mr. Kiddle came to me this morning, actually, and said he's still collecting orange and purples from Select, first year Select. And I said, I'd like to think I am, but not actively. And out of the 3 that he had, I needed 2 of them, and he worked a little deal out with me this morning. So thank you for
nice.
Thank you for that. That's honestly that kind of stuff means the world to me when people knock on your door and say, "Hey, have you got that?" And if you have, you have. If you want a second one, cool. If you don't have it, then amazing. You know what I mean? So all good. I would prefix it with that. Danny Tancredi has just said recently on CFP that he wants my Dolph Chrome image variation 1 of 1. I don't know, man. I think the time to knock on my door is gone. Potentially.
Oh.
What would it take to get it off you?
I don't know. I gave him the opportunity, man. I gave them more than enough opportunities, and after that, I just said enough's enough. So
you mentioned it on here a few times as well.
I did.
Hit me up.
Hit me up, man. I'm a very affable chap with this kind of thing, so I thought I was doing him a favour, and I just don't like the lack of communication. Obviously, Johnny's hit with that stick sometimes as well. Love you, Johnny. Congratulations, Johnny, on the new baby incoming as well. Love you, mate. But that kind of thing just puts me off, and I don't want to deal with people generally with a lack of communication. It's just hard. So if he comes to me and I said yes, cool, and then nothing then happens, then that's just going to annoy me even more. So I'm just like whatever. But I don't know what the price would be now, to be honest, Chris. Half of me says double it just to say fuck off. So, sorry, Margaret, but I don't know yet. What do you think the price should be? That's a good question for you guys. Dolph IVR, I mean, he's not hot at the minute because he hasn't moved anywhere. If he turns up in AEW, he could be hot. The IVRs, 1 of 1's really hard to get.
It's tricky because it's because it's like someone you PC or PC'd. I don't know if you still really do, but does it kind of makes it more valuable to a degree because it's somebody who you really like, and it's the image variation, isn't it?
The problem is that I PC him and he PCs him with two collectors of the same person who really want that card. So, but I don't know, man. Like, I think it's, I wouldn't say, oh, give me £1,000 for it. You know what I mean? Because that's just not real. There's a lot of Dolph cards up for £1,000 that shouldn't be, but I would never be that ridiculous with the pricing. But ultimately, I don't know. It's a difficult one.
I think something like that, like, you can only really sell between Dolph PCs. You're not going to get the price you want on eBay. You know, I think that's the only way you're going to do it is to get a price that you're both happy with, really, you know?
And I would only ever sell it to someone. The reason I would entertain selling it is purely just down to the fact that he PCs Dolph more than I do.
Yeah.
Bron Breaker's my main PC. Dolph is secondary. And then after that, probably Nikki ASH or something like that. But I would only entertain selling it to a person who would appreciate it more than me. But it's a kind of thing of you would have to write an offer on a piece of paper, slip it to me. And if I said yes, then I'd said yes. If I said no, that would be it, basically. But we'll see. But communication is the way forward, guys.
If you want a deal, reach out.
Yeah, if you actually want something done, you've got to talk to people about it. So, anyway, so other than that, that's it from me, man. Chris.
Hello. Yeah, really, really light from me again. I've got one card. Carl Anderson, Prism 2023, undercard, red disco donut to 99. So it was one of the ones that I needed. I'm down to 3 on this now.
Nice.
So, yeah, it's not too bad. I mean, one of them's the 1 of 1, so I'm going to struggle with that. And the other one's a lucky envelope, and the other one's the to 25 blue disco. So, yeah, so everything else has been secured now. The only other things I really got are, I already mentioned the Prism Blaster from the missus and the card display picture frame.
Did you get anything out of the Prism Blaster? Okay.
I haven't opened it yet. I also haven't. I feel like I mentioned on the last episode my Disney Topps Chrome. Yeah, so I still haven't opened that either.
Well, Logan made a fucking killing. Jesus.
He has indeed, yeah. And, a lot of people are, but then one of them... What it was I was going to do a Christmas Day rip, but then I pulled that AJ Styles auto from the Fat Pack, and I was like, if I then open the Disney box and it's a bunch of crap, it's going to put a dampener on the AJ. So I was like, no, just leave it at the AJ. Have a good rest of your day. And so maybe it'll be a New Year's Eve Disney Chrome.
Be a nice start to the new year, depending on what's in there. You never know.
Well, yeah. I'm on my own for New Year's Eve for the first time ever. So I'll need something to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it.
I think it's either feast or not so feasty on those boxes. Mm-hmm. But no, good. Are you hoping to get anything out of it?
Yeah,
obviously, but like
there's a few. Yeah, so the green parallel of Mike Wazowski from Monsters Inc. I wouldn't mind.
It's nice.
Red is to 5, so I'm not going to get this. But red, Lightning McQueen or a blue Doc Hudson. Yeah, that's it. There are some cool ones, the iconic moments. They're like the film strips. I wouldn't mind a gold of the Lion King one. So, yeah.
Arsene Wenger, the manager of Arsenal.
But yeah. something like that. I'd like a nice colour match, basically.
I was talking to Abby this morning, obviously, about Logan and his pool and how that went online and stuff. And Abby said to me, she goes, "How much are the boxes?" I was like, "Oh, they were this, but they're now going up." Yeah. But I was tempted to maybe take the gamble and maybe pick one up. I was trying to figure out,
so you can,
if I was going to break it down and then sell it, even though I've done it as singles, like how much would you actually lose in comparison, you know?
I think if you'd have got in at the 150, I think you, even if you don't get great pulls, I think you can still just about scrape your money back.
Yeah.
But at 220, which is, I think, the lowest.
That's what I've seen it online. Yeah.
Yeah. You could do, but it's a bigger gamble, I suppose. But the other part of that, Jamie, is you could buy it at 220, and I do believe that it will go. It's already going.
It's sold out everywhere else, isn't it? Officially, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Dave and Adams have got it for like 290 at the moment, so yeah,
it might be one to hold.
Could be, yeah. You never know. I might end up holding it and selling it, but we'll see.
Okay, cool. Jamie?
Cool. Jamie.
Yeah, I've had a fairly light week, obviously, with Christmas and everything else in between, but I've picked up a few things. So I mentioned a little bit, obviously, from the Liberator. So I then checked out that guy's eBay who had the giant card and picked up a couple of the War Games tops now that I needed. Now, these print runs were like 28 and 18, and like they had cropped up on eBay but like for massive money, but this guy had them both on there on offer, and I put a cheeky offer in and he accepted 2 of them, so I now only need 2 more of the tops now, so I was quite happy with that, so blown away by that. But I've also picked up since then a few more of these jumbo cards because of the price of them. Also, I don't know if you're interested, Chris, but there's a couple of guys that you kind of PC a little bit that have got jumbos for like $2 or $3.
Yeah.
There's like Carl Anderson, Angelo Dawkins and stuff. Yeah. Yeah. So, like he's got 4 jumbos of like Angelo Dawkins for like $10. So, I mean, if you want them, grab them. But yeah, so I went through and picked up a few things from him. And I also spent a little bit more than I really wanted to, but, Regal's son, Charlie Dempsey, was announced to like go to his first tour of Japan and stuff, didn't he, this week? And so I've done a bit of prospecting. I actually picked up his Gold Concourse Select, numbered out of 8. I picked that for $20, so I just picked up a bit of a prospect, really. I know he's had other cards like within NXT and stuff like that, but I thought actually it's a Gold Concourse. It might be a nice one of his to have.
Is this he's going over to Japan as part of the agreement between WWE
that's
and
right.
Japan?
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah. So I wonder, obviously, where that might lead. So it might be not a nice one to hold, depending on what happens. Okay. But all I can, so other than being a technical wrestler, it's not, he's not like a major breakout star, is he? But
I saw him wrestle.
Might be quite nice.
I saw him wrestle at Progress.
Yeah,
on the undercard against, I can't remember who, but yeah, he seemed all right back then. He does have the Regals about him. It's quite funny, to be honest. Like you can see him in him with his physique and the way he throws people. You can just see it. You know what I mean? It's really weird.
Butterfly suplexes and all that.
Yeah,
so.
it's so. Yeah. It feels familiar, basically. So,
I mean, it's probably someone I should have thought about buying cards of before, but it was never really sort of someone I thought I better get their card. But yeah, when I saw that out of 8 concourse, I thought, I might just grab this.
I just hate the fact that like everyone knows that they're related. Why not call him Regal?
He's not. Just call him.
Charlie Regal, exactly. Yeah.
Like, what's the worst that's going to happen? You're in your dad's shadow. Or Orton did all right, didn't he?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
So so I was quite chuffed with that. So I picked that one up. And I've gone down a bit of a rabbit hole, not card related. I found out they had these things a few years ago called big sleeve Blu-rays. And it's like a Blu-ray, but it comes in like a 12-inch vinyl case. Yeah. And if they're mainly Disney movies, and they sort of released 25 films over the years, so like Star Wars and Disney and stuff.
I know these.
Anyway, I didn't realise they existed, and being a bit of a vinyl collector, I've now gone down and bought a load of these from CEX. So, I think I'm going to try and get a whole load of these. So,
yeah, I've got like Godzilla ones. Hit my third Godzilla mention this week. And I've got some Star Wars ones as well somewhere. But yeah, it's cool, man.
Yeah, they're really cool. So yeah, that's something I'd never seen them before. So I picked up the Indiana Jones trilogy, picked up Back to the Future, and I picked up Thor Ragnarok and Doctor Strange. So yeah,
if you can
picked
find
up a few there.
If you can find Star Wars Rogue One, the inside of it is beautiful.
They're really,
yeah, really nice. So just one to look out for.
So yeah, I'm picking those up because again they're fairly. I think they're in long term. They'll be quite a nice collectible piece to have as well. You know. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's pretty much what I've done. Really, just spending a bit of Christmas money that people have given us. Really. So yeah.
Nice. Okay. Well, let's move over. So we're not doing a top 5 this week. We're just going to review our Mega 5s from this year, but we're not going to review how many, like 25 odd Mega 5s that we've done.
No.
I've picked out 5
in
order to re-review. Re-review. So I've just listed it as Mega 5 2023. But
were you impressed that I got the list together so quick?
Well, apart from labelling one wrong that fucking confused the life out of me. So I had to listen to it back and I was like, what the fuck is this? So yeah, I was very confused, man. So, but yeah, but we are, I mean, Chris, let's just keep the list. Like,
we'll write them down next year.
No. Jamie, you're not part of it next year. Me and Chris will do it. Yeah.
Look, I've still got the list here from the episode you weren't on.
Oh, well done.
On the Jamie, back of the CD take a knee. Thing. You're out of 2024 when it comes to writing lists, mate. I tell you, you're done.
It did make me laugh. I listened back to the 2022 one and we had the same conversation about us not knowing who was writing them, and we're going to do better for 2020.
And what did I say, Jamie? Have you got it for next year? You're like, yes, mate. We've
got this.
That will not go out of my sight for this year. Jamie, where's the list for this year?
We've got the whole year.
List what list?
We've got the whole year thinking it's been done.
Loved it.
Crazy.
Thank you, Jamie. Okay. So let's go. So first one, episode 17, undervalued in the hobby. So we had Booker T number 5. Past us, some wankers, aren't they? 4 is Batista. 3 is Seth Rollins. Number 2 is Randall Orton. And number 1 is HBK. Have you got any thoughts about these? Are you happy with this, or is there some kind of upgrading we'd like to do?
I would want to maybe do a slight bit of upgrading.
Yep.
But I mean, I'm happy to hear what you guys want, really. First of all, but
he doesn't want to say that he wants to kick off Booker T.
I'm not saying
Booker T can go. Booker T can go. It's fine.
Booker T was just there for fun, wasn't he? I think more than anything.
It was just 5.5. Yeah.
But yeah, Booker T can go. Go on. What are you going to add?
Well, it's controversial. I would like to maybe see the CM Punk on there at some point. I don't know whether or not as a CM Punk also going forward in the long term, if CM Punk is undervalued with these like the TNA rookies and all that kind of thing. Like long term, is CM Punk undervalued?
I feel like he's valued quite highly already, though, isn't he? Like a CM Punk rookie's not, in my opinion, I don't think a CM Punk rookie at the moment is undervalued. Is it?
I wouldn't necessarily say he's undervalued currently. Jamie, have you got any examples to hand?
No, well, I've seen obviously you look at the comparables of people in that kind of price range. Yes, I know sort of, some cards are $100-$200 or whatever, or maybe also a bit more. But it's in comparison to other people of that same kind of level. But then you get people like Chris Jericho, especially AEW, or your Hangman Pages or your Kenny Omegas, any of these AEW autos, they seem to be a lot higher than someone who you would think would be more attractive, like a Punk. Do you know what I mean?
To be honest, I would probably say no to your CM Punk, but I would completely agree about your Chris Jericho. that you've just said there. Chris Jericho is completely undervalued in the hobby.
Yeah.
And his autos should be going for a lot more money than they are, in my opinion. He's been doing this for pretty much over half his life. He's one of the best wrestlers, in my opinion, to have ever been. Even though he's a small guy playing in the big boys pond, but he's done well with it. He hasn't had that many injuries. He's always been there, really. He's gone away.
His auto's never changed either, is it?
No, never changed. He's gone off and done other stuff. He's come back. The reason I say about the CM Punk and the example I can give is that regardless, it's not just about autos, it's about cars in general, but his Panini Instant just came out and it sold like fucking gangbusters. Like, mate, like that 1 of 1 wasn't cheap, and someone swung in there and got that very, very quickly. I think there's a lot of love for CM Punk. I think it will just grow. I think it diminishes when he's not. I think it does diminish when he's not wrestling. But I think that's every wrestler. I think any wrestler who is not current and in the public eye, their prices go down.
And another, I think the only other person I was going to put as a suggestion is Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. I think him as sort of a legend. I think most of the legends in some way. We've discussed this before, but legends in general, if they're not your Austins and your Rocks and your Triple H, it's like you can pick up their early cards for next to nothing, especially the autos and stuff, you know?
Yeah, Lawler.
Lawler, yeah.
The one I had really in the back of my mind for this was more so Roman Reigns. And it's a weird one because Roman Reigns cards do cost a lot of money, but not as much as they should be. They've
come down price-wise. If you want a Roman Reigns auto now, you're looking less than 100. You know, you can pick up some Roman Reigns cards massively now.
But it's following the trend of like Batista kind of. His cards, he's a very famous person. I mean, he's the GOAT at the minute. And yet all of his cards are not worth that much money anymore. I just don't understand it. I don't know. Chris, where do you stand on that? I don't know.
So I've gone in a different direction, and I've gone with women. Okay. Whether they are undervalued enough to knock anyone off, I'm not sure, because the problem with some of these women is...
The problem with some of these women?
Yeah, I was about to say, wait, hold up a second. Shut up.
Don't take that out of context.
There's so much. They've signed so much. So I'm thinking Bayley and Charlotte Flair. But there's so much product out there of theirs that maybe not undervalued enough to knock anyone off.
But Seth's got that same problem. And so maybe
he does.
So Roman Reigns.
Yeah, this is it.
I tell you, there's one person on there that maybe doesn't actually knock off Booker T. Stone Cold, because Stone Cold stuff isn't anywhere near the price that it should be rivaling The Rock. It should be. Yeah. It should be going for a lot. I mean, he did private signing the other day, didn't he, for High Spots, and you could have picked up his signed rookie card. What was it, for about 150?
It was 150 across the board, wasn't it, for his stuff, yeah.
I don't know, man. Like, shouldn't his cards be higher than that? When The Undertaker's going for what? 600? And Stone Cold, who's a movie star, proper movie star.
I'm not sure. You said about The Rock. I'm not sure they're anywhere near in wrestling. 100% same level. But
like The Rock is the
But is that why The Rock? Do you know what I mean? Is
I think
valuable?
I think there's one with Austin. Like, if you mention wrestling to anybody, everybody knows who Stone Cold Steve Austin is. Yeah, and I think that comes across. You got The Rock and Steve Austin. Like, everyone knows those two.
Yeah.
So yeah,
it's difficult. I mean, if I was just a slight, I'd knock off Booker T and I'd put Stone Cold in as 5 or 4 or maybe even 3.
I'd potentially say Jericho.
Yeah. It's there's some cards with Jericho that do sell well. You know, the banner years and his autograph on that, they get quite a bit of money, and that sticks in my head of
his. His AEW stuff has held well. His WWE stuff's not so
his
much.
Leaf stuff, Jericho's Leaf stuff doesn't at all. I've even pick up his Leaf stuff so cheap.
I think really the only tweak maybe would be Booker T off, and maybe Booker T and Batista off, and put in Stone Cold and Jericho instead. Maybe
I would swap Seth Rollins out. I'd maybe keep Batista on and take Rollins out, but I mean, it's tough.
The thing is that I kind of agree with you, really, and put like maybe Batista or Stone Cold,
even Roman,
2 or 3 or 4. I mean, we're not really recording these tonight, really, are we? So it's just like we're not writing these down. But
no, just chewing the fat, aren't we?
But I mean, we could take out Seth and Booker T and leave maybe Batista where he is. Put Stone Cold at 3 and Jericho at 5.
Jericho at 5. Yeah, I think that sounds. That's then a list of people who are definitely undervalued. HBK, Orton, and the guys you've just mentioned. Yeah,
it's a difficult one though, isn't it? Because I think there's quite a few, and you're right with the ladies as well, especially Charlotte Flair. She's the greatest of all time.
Yeah,
there's just so much of a product out there.
Yeah,
every set, I can't remember a set that she's not had an autograph in. Same with Bayley as well,
and same with Bayley. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Let's move on to. Let's fast forward 8 weeks. And we'll go to episode 25, overrated cards. So Jamie
rookies.
Jamie had this noted down as rookie cards, which fucked me right up. So number 5, Roman Reigns in the leaky. Number 4 was all the Kenny Omegas. I think that's where maybe like it was his rookie card and the Kota card as well. I think.
It was Kota Ibushi because it was a tag team, wasn't it? We mentioned
Hogan 85. So the the first pulled card of Hogan. Ava Reigns, not her instant, but everything else, like her stuff in select. I put it down as
with a crap autograph that was drawn by a toddler.
And then. The Rock Superstars 98, the one that's listed as his rookie card that he has signed. I mean, the Roman Leakey and the Ava. The Ava's a difficult one because I go back and forth with Ava at the minute because all of her cards are completely overrated right now.
Well, I think when we recorded that episode, she was going expensive in breaks. So she was in that first product break, wasn't she, in the spring?
There was a lot of like aura about her as like, but the thing is, she's done nothing. Nobody's talking about her. But especially
this end of the year.
Yeah. But the problem is, like, she's not on the map. Her break prices are nothing. But no. Does that make her card still overrated because they're not doing anything with her? I don't know where we stand.
I think at that point they were, but now they're not overrated, are they? They're just not rated.
Yeah,
which is a shame, right? Because it just comes and it boils down to the fact that WWE have done nothing with her, which is a shame. So, I don't know what you wanted to do with overrated, reorganising the overrated side of it. Jamie, did you think of anyone else overrated currently right now?
Well, must be a few. Not anyone individually, but I am overrating Leaf Metal Legends as a set.
Not the heroes?
The new one that hasn't come out yet.
That's the one.
As an overrated set.
Yeah.
Because I know obviously we've got this groundbreaking Rock Auto or Dwayne Johnson. I think the rest of it, we've got no checklist yet. The price point hasn't tickled our fancy. So I'm currently thinking it's overrated. We shall see.
Overrated and overpriced.
Yeah.
Here's one for you then, Jamie. We won't put it in now, but when you next do your show, your turn in the show, let's do overrated sets.
Okay,
We've never
sounds
done
good.
Overrated sets, have we? I don't think we have.
I don't think so. No,
We've done overrated cards, but no overrated sets.
So. Yeah.
That's cool. But I do agree with you. I think there's going to be a lot of dross in that set. I think instead of maybe Ava Rain right now, it's Sky Blue. It is kind of taking the mantle for me as being a bit overrated because you haven't really seen much of her. I think a lot of people are picking her up just because of perv collecting right now. Her money, her cards are through the roof because of that.
That 5x7 especially is through the roof as well.
Yeah.
That original 5x7.
Well, they just want to. They love her bum and stuff, and that's perf collecting for you. But I mean, it's difficult to say that I would say, oh, it's overrated, but it's overrated now. She might be the best wrestler we've ever seen. She might not be, but it's. I can kind of say now it's overrated. But Chris, anything for you?
This is the only one I couldn't think of anything, but I do agree that I think Ava Ray needs to come off.
Well, we can remove Ava, push everyone else up, and put Sky Blue at the number 5 or something for now.
That's it. Yeah, that's where I was sort of thinking.
But I think time will tell with Sky Blue. I hope that she becomes the best wrestler in the world and proves everyone wrong. But proves everyone right. Let's just say that. But I mean, like, I saw some of her cards go like singles wise for stupid money, just because she's like the hot prospect and people are just buying her because of perv. Basically, they're not buying her because her in-ring talent and what she can bring to the company or anything like that, man. So, okay, we'll move on then. So, best women's cards. Ooh. Let's go to episode 28 with best women's cards. So we had Ronda Rousey, which is first Prism. I think, Jamie, that was one of your ones, right?
I think we had originally, because we said it was her first ever Prism card, wasn't it?
Yeah.
In any sport. Like, that was her first card, and everyone at that time would spend a lot of money on it. I think she had good price on eBay. People, so yeah, I think that's why we had it on the list more than anything. But we can discuss that.
No, that's cool. Rhea Ripley slam attacks. Stephanie McMahon cover shots. Mercedes KV, which is her rookie card, and Alexa Bliss Chrome 2015 all parallels. So. The reason that this is on here is because as soon as we did this, I can't remember who it was. It was either Gordo or Scott Grouch. I can't remember who it was. But they did raise the fact that they were very surprised that we didn't add Sasha Banks's Color Blast onto this.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of agree to that. I.e. remove the Mercedes KV and replace it with the Color Blast.
I think the Mercedes KV is quite topical because Trav was thinking about getting his one moved on, wasn't he, at that time? And there was a lot of conversation that she just left, hadn't she, pretty much, and stuff, Yeah.
So he did move that on, but he also had the Color Blast, which he sold as well. And the Color Blast went for mega money, if I remember right. It went for like $1.5K. So I definitely think that the Color Blast, for me, that takes over the Mercedes card.
So I've got a similar thing here with Rhea Ripley. So I say, see you later, slam attacks, and what was it from Select?
All the heads.
The 3 faces, I think that's it's way more valuable card.
That's got an opportunity to go number 1 right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's such a big card. Yeah.
And the Steph McMahon cover shots, the ringside with her in that red chair with a sledgehammer of Select this year, that's a contender to move that cover shots out as well, to be honest.
Yeah.
So it's all the same people, it's just better cards of them this year.
Yeah.
No, I still prefer the cover shots over that. It's for me on a personal level, it's like an iconic one because I've got the magazine and blah blah blah. But yeah,
I've picked up the magazine recently as well, the actual picture of Steph, because the actual images inside as well are really good for that as well. So yeah, it's cool.
So we're gonna say Rhea 1, Alexa 2, Mercedes Color Blast 3, Steph cover shots 4, and the Ronda 5. So we're not adding any new person onto the list. We're just changing.
We're
tweaking their cards and rearranging.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Well, it's just better cards have come out.
Yeah.
Cool. I like it. To be honest, mate, I didn't really think about the Rhea Ripley on there, so makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, it's just such a big card, isn't it?
Massive card, that. Okay. Let's go to episode 33, EPAC. So we had CM Punk, blank auto, Saraya Wembley, number 3, Regal Mox, Daniels Gold, number 2, acclaimed rookie gold, and number 1, MJF, all the cards, all his gold cards, many of his gold
all his parallels.
The only reason I listed this on, and it was for one thing, I think it was quite quick, I would like to change the acclaim to number 1 and move MJF down. And the only reason is because there's been too many fucking MJF gold cards.
Oversaturated.
It's oversaturated it. Like, they all look the same, man.
It's not rare. Yeah.
Like, there's
I totally agree.
Hardly any difference. And I'm gutted about that because I really do like his one from All In with the confetti coming down. I think it's quite unique. But it just gets lost in the wash of all the other fucking cards that he's had. So yeah. So we all agreed with that anyway. I mean, and I
100% agree. Yeah.
Okay. There's nothing new that's
I would.
The thing.
Anyone? Go on, sorry, mate.
No. So the only thing I was
just going to say.
Chris. No, go, Chris. Go.
No, go on. You go.
All I was going to say, I'd be happy to move because the CM Punk blank auto. Yes, it was technically EPAC, but the card was never intended as EPAC. Like it isn't the base card that you bought and paid for. It was just an accident that happened to appear. So I'd be willing to knock CM Punk off that and maybe replace it for what may be the match of the year with the Swerve and Hangman image that we had, or the Timeless Tony Storm black and white.
I'm all up for knocking out CM Punk any day of the week. I think I'd much rather the Timeless Tony Storm on there because it's a unique card.
I think the Swerve one would need a better image or both of them.
That's the problem with the Swerve card. Even though the match is going to go off as a bit legendary, the card itself, they're just both laying on the floor after having a cuddle.
Yeah, it's just...
It seems...
Yeah.
No, that's fine.
What I've got on this is that we didn't include any new arrivals. Have any of the more recent ones made it in? Probably not. But maybe the Mariah May Gold as it's her rookie.
The thing is, it's just like the image of her.
I don't know if it's...
There's not a lot to it yet. I don't think I would disagree with you for potentials in the future, but I'm not sure if it knocks off.
I'm not sure it's any better than any of these. Do you know what I mean?
I think we need to see where her stock is this time next year, because EPAC we can constantly tweak and look at year on year
next year
to kind of see where we're at.
Next year she's going to be a contender for overrated with the amount of shit that's going to happen with the perv collecting next year. 100%.
But yeah, with EPAC, like, because you've got a smaller pool, I think we can keep on looking at this top 5 and keep on adjusting it. So, yeah, we'll see how we go.
Okay. And
Cool.
The last one on the list, the last of the 5, so episode 34, CM Punk cards. So we had the CM Punk Sock Relic, number 5, CM Punk Spiral 2010 Auto, the TNA Rookie of 2004, the CM Punk out of 15 Canvas Auto, and number 1 was the CM Punk Missing Auto Promo. So, Auto Promo again. So we're going to knock... it's always good to knock CM Punk off for himself. I mean, the only thing that obviously has come out of him, which we have to talk about, is the Panini Instant. Because it was such a big thing that occurred financially towards it, and like that 1-of-1, if they get graded, it's going to be quite a big 1-of-1, I think, to be honest.
Yeah, I would be inclined to make that 1-of-1 number 2 to knock off the 15 Canvas Auto.
Whoa!
I am
blowing my mind.
I think.
No,
it's fine. No, it's fine. I just think, I know it's only been a few months since he's obviously left AEW, but he seems to now have this whole new resurgence that everyone now has fallen in love with him in WWE. Yeah. And I just think that 1-of-1 may be massive down the line of him returning to WWE. Yeah, it's either that or the number 4, 2 or 4, I think, would need to go for the Panini Instant of a kind.
I mean, Chris, what would you do with it?
I don't know. I just think that Panini, it's not, I don't know, it's Panini Instants in general, I think I'm just not that on board with. I just think it's kind of like the actual design of it. Maybe the 1-of-1, yeah, fair play, it's not got that grey design. I just think it's just all too samey. And
the problem is, mate, and the one thing that kind of not contradicts what there's an argument against what you're saying, is they fucking sell. I
can't sell them for shit.
But generally,
the big names always do, don't they?
But even with like them having a bit of a backfill on recent ones, they've always kind of sold really well, and especially like the rookies and the bigger. I mean, they're match cards, right? They're match day cards. But they're like top end match day cards, especially the 1-of-1s. I don't know. I find it really hard.
But some of them sit there for months and months and months and don't sell. Even on their website. I mean, it's a known fact that they've sat there for months and months.
Against the rest of them. Because it's a big moment in wrestling, him coming back. I think out of all of the returns, I mean, I was there for the Brock Lesnar return after WrestleMania 28, and the roof went off the fucking ceiling.
It's a massive moment.
It is a massive moment,
but it's just I'm not a fan of the Panini Instance. And I just want to say my phone has changed CM Punk's name to CM Chunk.
Very cool. I can't believe we're having a debate over CM fucking Punk, but I find it difficult. It's definitely 3 at the minimum. Where it goes from here, price wise. The thing is, as well, you have to think there's the 1-of-1, there's the out of 5s, and then there's the base cards, right? I'll tell you what we do. We'll put this one back to the following year and see what other CM Punk cards come out, and see where this...
I would like to see that image in a different, like maybe a top set, or maybe a Panini set, but probably not. I would like to see the image on a different card, or in a different set.
Which we probably will, to be fair.
Which I think we will. Yeah, I think we will at some point.
I was fantasy booking CM Punk a little bit with Topps. Can you imagine getting a fully loaded microphone relic of CM Punk and an auto? Wow. Like the microphone box. Fuck, that'd be amazing, wouldn't it?
Imagine having a ice cream parallel after you, then fucking off from the company. Get fucked off from the company before it even comes out. You have a whole insert made after you, but you've already left the company before it comes out. Fucking amazing.
What a strange year that guy's had.
Oh man,
Very, very strange.
Absolute strangers.
He's
Injured
worse.
beginning of the year after all the big brawl out. Come back with a whole new show built around you from the ground up that you would look after. Then within 3 months, getting 2 fights, go to the biggest show of your entire life, and then be sacked the next day, and then make a massive comeback to WWE. What a bizarre year!
I mean, his worst nightmare is himself. You know what I mean? And he's his own biggest cheerleader, and he's his own biggest demon as well. It's so
crazy.
Funny,
weird guy.
Weird guy. Anyway, cool. So that brings us to the end of the show. We do need to get skipping because we've got to do a recording, and I need to break before the next show. My voice is going, so I need to do something. So, Chris, what are we doing next week?
So it will be our first show of 2024. So I'm...
That was me trying to do a party popper.
Okay.
Party popper.
I thought it was a fart. So I'm going to say top 5 card hobby predictions in 2024.
Which we'll keep
Yeah.
and then re-review with this whole CM Punk thing at the end of 2024.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
100%.
All right, good stuff. Do you want to
Cool.
do some links, Chris?
Yeah, so catch me on YouTube at Cambridge Trading Cards. Latest video, 2 girls, 1 cup. Oh, wait, no, sorry. It's 3 autos, 3 boxes, 2 autos. Thinking of the wrong video. So,
Sounded like my kind of video for a second.
That was proper clickbait going on there.
that's kind of what I went for, though. But yeah. Should have the Disney Chrome one on there soon. And then if I ever actually ship my US mailbox stuff home, I'll have some more wrestling cards to open as well.
Pooh.
So, yeah.
Go on, James.
Right, yeah, so as always, find us in the Facebook group, Squared Circle Relics on Facebook. Got a nice little bunch of people in there, so come join the chat and the fun and games. As I mentioned earlier on, the run-in, the Wrestling Card Alliance, our YouTube show is now up. So link is in the Facebook group. Hit up any of us or just search for it on YouTube. And we've also got all the back catalogue of Square Circle Relics on there now as well. So have a listen to those and subscribe if you can. If you are listening to us on any platform, leave a like and review and anything else like that. It all helps with the old algorithm, so please do that. And if you want to find me, I'm still on Twitter, not walked away from it, not disactivated and gone back. I actually stayed put this time. I'm at Jamie Stocker on Twitter, or X, as the kids call it. And that's about it, really. Oh, well, look at this.
Someone just hit my music and I just came running out because this is a hot tag and we're doing a quick run-in on the Squared Circle Relics all the way from Brantford, Ontario, Canada, everybody. What's up, guys? Happy holidays. How was your Christmas? Did you guys talk about it at all this episode?
Yeah, we've talked about so much. But yeah, no, all good, mate, all good. I'm slightly ill, but everyone else is in good health and good cheer.
I think it would be really fun since it sounds like it's the end of the podcast episode if I tried my best to do a recap. I really enjoyed the start of the episode with Chris. What you brought up there was so important. I had no clue about that. Jamie, your follow-up to that, hilarious, good insight. And Lloyd, I don't think anyone ever saw that coming.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. It's weird, actually, because you're the first... I don't know if we can use this term anymore. I don't know how PC it is, but you're the first foreigner we've had in the Squared Circle Relics podcast before.
I'm the first alien?
You're the first legal alien. So welcome. This is how we record. This is what we do. Nice to see you.
This feels like a big deal. It is. It's it's a bit strange because we just end up. I mean, I'm on my second can of beer already. How are you getting on? Yes. Oh, lovely. Well done. Cheers.
Cheers. Happy New Year. Yay! We've all got a beer going on. Lovely.
So is this part of the episode then?
So we're just literally doing links. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Saying goodbyes.
Okay. Well, I'll just say I'm on CSR Pod on the X, not the Twitter, on the X.
Every time,
Dyslexic.
Dave, every time you say CSR. SCR.
Sorry, I'm not dyslexic. I'm just ill all the time. That's the problem. So SCR Pod on Twitter /X. D_Lloydy boy on the Instagram. Nobody's said hello to me ever, but why would they?
Good.
Graham, would you like to give your links of where people can find you?
Yeah, if you want to see a lot of Bianca Belair wrestling cards, you can follow at Wrestling Card Wizard. Plus, I am now part of this really super cool new alliance called the Wrestling Card Alliance. I think you guys are part of this too, and we have this special YouTube show called The Run-In, where we debate wrestling topics from different perspectives. So check out Wrestling Card Alliance on YouTube.
Which Johnny is really shit at attending, but yes, that's...
And plugging, by the way. That plug on Card Foundation podcast was drier than toast.
Mate, that was not Plug City. We love you, Johnny. Congratulations, Johnny.
Well, we've got Graham here. Why don't Graham send us off at the end of the show?
Of course. So,
I think that's it.
Yeah.
See you in the new year.
Yeah.
Happy New Year.
See you later, all.
Thank you. Bye.
Shazam. Magic. Thank you. Happy New Year. And fuck John Cena.
Fuck John Cena.